Hello, welcome to everyone. Welcome to the English TV. Let's start with the story. You will learn a best lesson from this story. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there was a young king named David. David had just inherited the throne at the age of 25 after his father's passing. David was guided by a wise teacher named Edward, who taught him not only about the world, but also about the values of kindness, patty-growingness, and wisdom. After his father's death, Edward became David's closest advisor, guiding him through the many challenges of ruling a kingdom. Edward was now serving as the kingdom's chief minister and David's trusted counselor. Everything in the kingdom was going smoothly, until one year, an unexpected food crisis struck due to a mistake Edward made in the weather forecast. In his frustration and anger, David, without thinking twice, ordered Edward, his own mentor, to leave the kingdom and never return. With a heavy heart, Edward quietly obeyed, leaving the palace and the life he had known behind. He started a new life in a distant village, choosing to live as a humble farmer. Though he still had wealth, he opted for a simple life, connected with the villagers and sharing in their daily struggles. Edward quickly earned the respect of the villagers, who came to him for advice on everything from farming issues to resolving disputes. Back in the kingdom, David was struggling. He missed Edward's wise counsel, especially as he faced complex decisions on his own. Gradually, David realized that banishing Edward was a mistake, a decision made out of anger rather than thoughtfulness. Regret grew in David, and he decided to send out soldiers to search for Edward and bring him back. Days turned into weeks, but there was no sign of him. Then David had an idea, one inspired by the clever methods Edward once taught him. David ordered his soldiers to send a letter in a clay jar to the head of each village. The jar and letter reached the village where Edward lived. The village leader, puzzled by the strange request, quickly went to Edward for advice. Edward calmly reassured them, saying, "Hand me the jar. I'll make sure it's filled with wisdom by the end of the month." In the quiet of his farm, Edward pondered over the problem. Suddenly, he noticed a small pumpkin vine growing nearby. An idea sparked in his mind. When King David received the jar, he was amazed to see it filled with a giant pumpkin. Smiling, he said, "Growing a pumpkin this large inside a jar is the work of a wise mind." I hope that you get more information. So FBR next video, subscribe to the channel, comment on it. And also I could see you next time in next video. Goodbye.